Welcome back, everyone. It's the Bourbon Judge. We have with us
Cousin Anita's back. Hey, everybody.
What's going on, young lady? How you been?
Oh, living the dream. What
Yeah.
could I say?
Very nice. This is a special week. We had Cousin Anita with us for a full week.
Yes.
So this is a great time. Great time.
Yes.
My liver doesn't like it, but the having her with the family definitely loves it. So
exactly. I had to raid his bourbon cabinet a bit, but he can handle it. He can handle it. If I took some photos of this joint, y'all be like, "This is no longer a house. It's a storefront. It's a storefront for bourbon."
No, it's not. Do not listen to her. Oh man.
Oh my goodness.
So you doing good? Doing well?
I'm doing great.
Yeah.
No complaints.
Cool.
No complaints. Keeping it moving.
Cool, good stuff.
Bourbon keeps my mind right.
Absolutely.
So.
It always does. It always does. So
Yes.
since I last saw you, had a couple changes. I had first and foremost, I just did a recent barrel pick.
Oh yeah, I was
did a recent
hearing
barrel
things
pick.
about that.
Yep. So we're gonna have to make sure we have that on the live stream.
Yeah,
So recent barrel pick with Penelope, which is gonna be coming out probably in like the next month or two.
Awesome. I love that.
So go to all my patrons first. And then whatever's left over to any subscribers as well.
Yeah.
So that was a fun time. Had a blast.
Awesome.
And planning some other barrel picks as well in the future.
Okay.
So a lot going on in the judge world.
You're on a roll.
On a roll, trying to just keep coasting.
Big time.
Keep
Big
coasting.
time. I can't keep up, folks. I can't keep up.
Speaking of patrons, I want to go ahead and welcome my newest patrons, my buddy Eric V and Rob L.
All right. Eric and Rob. I love it.
Yep.
All
So much appreciation. Thanks, Eric and Rob, for becoming patrons and supporting the Bourbon Judge. So
I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah.
So, cousin, I know it is time to get into some whiskey, and I have a special bottle.
That's why I'm here. That's really why I'm here. That's the only reason I make an appearance. Free bourbon. It's a great hustle, folks. It's a great hustle.
You are too silly, girl. Oh my gosh. So Michter's, like, we go old school with Michter's, right?
Let me tell you, Michter's and I go way back. So remember when you first started, and Michter's was probably the second or third video that we did.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I love Michter's.
I know, I know.
Yeah. So we've come up, Michter's. Yeah.
So every year, Michter's puts out like a special release. Sometimes it's like a barrel strength, one of their barrel strength bourbon rye.
Yeah.
And then other times they'll put out like their 10-year product. So a bourbon or rye aged 10 years.
Yeah.
So in this case, this is their bourbon aged 10 years.
All right.
Coming in at 94.4 proof. And this is the 2023 special release.
Wow, we are so fancy
Not
now.
bad, right?
We are so fancy. Look at that. I tell you.
You want to get into this?
I want to get
All right. So some facts. So this just came out. I mean, it's literally hitting shelves as we speak. 94.4 proof.
Okay. Which is mild.
Yeah, which is
like
mild.
This is right up my alley. So we're living the dream. I actually do like the shape of this bottle too.
Cool?
A little departure.
It's sexy, right?
Yeah, from what they normally do. I do like it. I do like it.
Normal shape. Yeah. Absolutely.
Very good.
So for this one, it was actually supposed to release last year.
Oh, okay.
But they, the master distiller, Dan McKee, and then his assistant, Andrew Wilson, the master of maturation, like how long the bourbon like ages and is it ready to kind of, take out and bottle
it. That's a job?
I know, master of maturation.
Michters, if you're hiring for that role, let me know, because really, I could do it.
You are too funny. I think Andrew wants to keep her job.
Right. She's like, step off, Cousin Anita.
She is probably saying, step off, Cousin Anita. So last year, they were like, you know what? The bourbon, it was aged 10 years, and they just didn't feel like it was ready at that time. Yeah. So they wanted it to age an additional year.
Okay.
So even though this one
I love it. Hey, slow roll. Slow your roll. All right.
Quality before just, just put some out on the street, right? Now, from a price standpoint, cousin, it's a highly allocated bottle.
Oh, God. Here we go. The song and dance. Because here comes the gut punch. What is Michter's doing? Because Michter's has always been a great price point.
$50,
like, they've been pretty fair. Yeah.
$55, and that is normal. They're still $50, $55 for the normal products.
Yeah.
But because this is a highly allocated, very, not a ton of from a quality or quantity standpoint is released, highly allocated. It comes in at $185.
Woo! Woo! We really big time now. I'm gonna savor the flavor on this one. Woo!
So let's see if it meets cousin Anita standards.
All right. Listen,
I do love the color on that though.
Beautiful.
Look at the color, right?
Beautiful.
I mean, even though it's only 94.4 proof, that is really, really dark. It doesn't seem like it's like extremely,
there's a richness to it though too. Yeah. Beautiful.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And what I love about this is that I'm even getting the nose without even nosing it. Like it's flowing in, isn't it?
It's hitting.
You could it's just flowing in.
Oh, it's real. I would say purdy.
Oh my gosh.
Real purdy.
Amazing.
It's lovely. Lovely. Floral. I get
it really is. I get a lot of like vanilla, some maple syrup. Definitely floral though, you're right, which is interesting, right? It's floral, but it is sweet. It has like the maple syrup, the vanilla.
It does. I mean, it's yum. I mean, on the nose, it is yummy.
Oh my gosh. Michter's does such a great job with, like, they always toast their barrels.
Yeah.
So, like, when it comes, like, the whole toasting and charring process, they are truly, like, experts. I mean, they are experts.
Love that. They make a good bourbon.
They do.
Like, I haven't gone wrong with them.
They do. And it's a single barrel, so every bottle is going to be a little bit different. Yeah. Right? My bottle that I buy might be different than someone finds it in, Ohio or Kentucky or wherever it might be, right?
Totally.
So,
but that's the beauty of it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Right? That's what makes bourbon fun. We talk about that all the time. It is. It's an adventure. So
it is an adventure.
Oh, yeah.
I do like
I'm ready to taste. I'm ready.
I never would have picked with a floral note until you said that. That's an interesting one. Floral, but yet you do have the notes of, like, the maple syrup. The vanilla, and almost like a background of like a creme brulee kind of a note as well.
It's a good time. It's
a
good time in a glass.
You ready to go ahead and dive into this? All right. Cheers, family.
Cheers, cuz.
That was nice.
Are these baccarat?
No, these are the cheap $5. You are crazy. Oh my gosh. Ooh.
Oh, that's nice.
Damn, that is nice.
And you know what that is?
Oh my gosh.
And that's called smooth.
It is.
That's called smooth.
It is. It actually
is delish.
It is delicious. It doesn't sip like it's 94.4 proof.
Well,
maybe like almost 100.
Well, but even with that though, see, I didn't get the, me.
You didn't get the burn.
Nice.
It was nice and just
very nice.
Very steady.
Nice.
And
very
constant.
Nice. Okay, I see you, Michter, trying to step it on up at 185. All right. But the good thing is,
go ahead, hit me.
So here's the great thing about this price point, right? So if you're going to spend this kind of money on a bottle of bourbon, I honestly feel like it's a good buy because I think multiple palates would appreciate it.
I would agree.
So if you're not the heavy spice, high proof, this is good. But even if you enjoy those, you get your nice flavor and things from it as well. So at least I'm going to say, I hate to use the word multi-purpose, but I almost feel like
it can cross over.
Exactly.
It can fit a lot of different groups.
Like it's going to be a crowd pleaser.
I would agree.
Yeah.
What I like about the palate and the finish is that a couple of things. Number one, it's extremely rich, well-rounded. And I honestly, if I sip this blind and someone put this in my glass, I probably would have guessed this is about 100 proof.
Yeah.
Because of what you just mentioned. It didn't sip like it was only 94.4, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes like lower proofs have like that negative like kind of connotation like, oh, it's only 94 proof. That's horrible.
But I don't with this, right? This is lovely.
Damn.
Well, and I wish I could say I was surprised, but we've liked Michter's for a long time. So I'm just thrilled that this one is a win.
Ooh.
Very thrilled.
I get the floral note. I get like the vanilla, the little bit of like the maple syrup, a little bit like that creme brulee kind of note.
And I want to just pause here.
Yes, ma'am.
I want all your Bourbon Judge fans to notice that I'm sipping lightly because I've been accused of gulping. So I'm savoring the flavor so y'all don't talk about me later. So I want you to notice what's in my glass versus the Bourbon Judge.
That's true. You can tell. I can
Because I could have taken this one to the head, but I was like, I'm going to slow down for all the Bourbon Judge fans.
Indeed. Oh, man, this is an experience. Oh, my gosh.
But it's very nice.
It is nice, isn't it?
Very nice.
Oh, man. I need one more sip.
Very nice.
And then I think we can do... I'll let you give the judgment. How about that?
Yeah.
I like to be
awesome.
You are the guest judge, so right?
Thank you.
One more sip.
Yeah.
Cheers to having you here, cousin.
Yeah.
Cheers to everyone out there. Much love and respect. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Drop me a comment. Let me know your thoughts on Michter's as a whole, especially as it relates to like their 10-year bourbon. And last but not least, please hit the subscribe button and the bell so you get notification each and every time I release new content. All right, here we go.
Good stuff. Oh, lovely, right?
Oh, that's so good.
Lovely.
It just spins around in the mouth. It's coating.
No burn.
No burn. It's coating, but it's like it's bold for a 94.4 proof whiskey, right? It has a lot of body, a lot of character, a lot of depth to it.
Definitely.
I'm giving the gavel. I'm gonna give the gavel easily.
I know.
I'm giving you the gavel.
And this is tough. This is tough because you all know me. And I'm so torn. But I have to say, even though it breaks Cousin Anita's bank, I'm going to say that it is a buy. Woo! Now, I say all that to say, this is a family show. And we want families to eat, to have gas, all of those kinds of things. So before you go out and get the Michter's 185, make sure you got all of your bills taken care of.
That's so true.
Okay?
That is true. Because it's 185 before tax.
Right.
So with tax, it's truly $200.
That might be somebody's car payment.
It might be somebody's car payment. So yes, definitely make sure you pay all your bills before you splurge. But if you want to splurge, it is definitely
It's delish. It truly is. It's delish.
Down to the last drop.
Yes.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Take care.
It's on and on.
Perfect. As soon as you close the door, we'll start. Mrs. Judge.
All right, you got Bourbon Judge t-shirts and all those colors, don't you?
I know, I sure do.
I want bread.
I do.
Hey.
Outtake.
I know.
Start over. We'll include that at the end. All right.